Hello and welcome back to episode 56 of The Outer Worlds. I'm Vic and you're watching yet another Let's Play channel. So as I was saying in the previous episode before I was interrupted, I've been thinking recently on the viability of colonies.
What happened to these poor folks?
In the context of the game.
Storm that did this.
Because it does not appear that there is much traffic between Earth and Halcyon, which means that Halcyon is not producing goods and sending them back to Earth, or vice versa. So it's not a colony for the purpose of extracting resources or other similar things.
How'd you do that so fast?
So what is it for the purpose of? Because it's not like it's just another place for people to be, because it's also still under the control of the Earth Directorate. So it just seems like a strange sort of situation. Apparently I'm K. Marine now. Day 123, no visitors. Day 61, sometimes we experience long power outages. Sitting in the dark, listening to the storm beat at the walls, I've got a lot of time to think. It begs to be let in. What I would pay to be let out. Day 108 and 109, no visitors. Day 115, why are there a bunch of tailless sprats running about? This facility don't have a sprat catcher on the roster. Maybe I should file a request with acquisitions for one. Teacup canids are famed for their ability to hunt sprats after all, and for keeping people company. 116, no visitors. 117, no visitors. Can't finish my game of solitaire. Someone stole a handful of cards from the deck. 118, desk unmanned. Unsuccessfully hunted for the missing cards. 157, canid request was denied. 158, we've run out of caffeinoid. Our first restocking shipment isn't set to arrive until the new fiscal year. I guess that delivery will mark the facility's first visitors. Now there's something to look forward to. Did some digging in the system records. Turns out our supplies are set to be delivered by, get this, a crew of auto mechanicals. 182. Thought I heard knocking on the front door, but it turned out to be just some thunder. Always thunder. Funny how it can sound like so many different things. A boom, a crack, a snap. Lot knocking, laughing, screams. 277. I've started venturing outside. At first I was worried something fierce about the lightning strikes. Sometimes the electrical mechanical turbine goes on the fritz without warning. But I'm out of cards and out of caffeinoid, so there's not much else to do. 301. Turns out I no longer need to feel safe. What I need to feel is alive. Outside, the wind howls like a raging god, and the rain stabs into my throat like 1,000 tiny frozen needles. And in that pain, well, I feel so very alive. 322. My many and varied attempts to trigger an on-site inspection from the Special Committee for Auditing and Management have failed. 353. Sometimes when I look over the ledge, I think about what it would feel like. How easy it'd be to simply tip forward. To plummet with all those clouds kissing my face. To fall away from the storm. To smile. Then break. I remember reading somewhere that long before you were crushed by the gravity of falling into a gas giant, you would be killed by one of several disgusting gases at various layers of atmosphere, so I don't recommend it. But, you know, after a year of isolation, maybe you're entitled to some unorthodox desires.
It ain't stealing if no one sees.
It's also not stealing if the people at sea don't live to report it. Oh. That sprat has a tail. I was looking forward to some tailless sprats, but no such luck for me. Oh good, a functioning automechanical. I assume it's not friendly. Do I want to continue this route? Why not? Try not to crush my ankles too much in this episode. Oh, here we go. And now we're into... Oh, look at that. These bathrooms have privacy screens. They're still filthy. And, that's an interesting collection we got there. Alright, robot. Nice. So the scientists were making a fight of it when their automechanicals murdered them all. I wonder if I'm supposed to be making something of all the scorch marks on the wall. Like the fact that most of the weapons that the automechanicals use against me are inconsistent with such scorch marks.
Get together, Kelly.
Who the hell is Kelly?
Just breathe, Kelly. Everything's gonna be all right. Oh! Stop making that noise. They'll hear you. Who's out there?
I'm the captain of my own ship.
Really? I would be indebted to you for life. But how do I know I can believe you?
I have a very trustworthy face.
I'll have to come out to assess it myself. Hold on. I'm opening the door.
Hi.
Let me just catch my breath. I swear, my heart's trying to punch its way out of my chest. Law, I'm so lucky you came along. I know it sounds crazy, but a little while back, I'd been gearing myself up to take a long walk off a short turbine platform. Then the security mechanicals broke out into a massacre, and I realized I really want to live. How can I help you help me get out of here?
What's the purpose of this facility?
I'm not making anything. The research team, they were brewing up some improvement to Anticleo's anthracycline. Science stuff isn't really my area, though, so I don't know more than that.
Why is everyone dead?
Pink slip protocol.
They were fired?
How should I know? I just monitor the front desk. Well, except for the last couple of days when I've been hiding out in here. If you work at OOPS, you're doing research and development. If we're not researching or developing fast enough, the protocol's there to put the fear in us. Somebody messed up. When one of us makes a mistake, the whole facility pays for it. I know it sounds harsh, but it was in our contracts and everything.
Yeah, that makes it not harsh. This place is called Oops.
Yep. Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Station. Anticleo's naming and branding department's the best in Halcyon.
Need a lift out of here?
Do I ever? Drop me off on the groundbreaker and I'll be out of your hair in no time.
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll just hide in a crate or something. You won't even know I was there. Here, this is my official laboratory headgear. I won't be needing it anymore, so it's all yours.
Cell stability monolens makes me think of Prey. You remember Prey? Thanks. Is this a Prey station? Well, she is pretty well supplied in here. Look at that. She even had real water. Assuming that plain and pure water is in fact plain and pure water, which, now that I've said it, no, of course it's not. It's probably...
This thing's orbit is stable, right? Ada checked before we docked?
I don't recall asking. Those bottles are probably actually full of hydrogen peroxide.
If they didn't want to tempt us, why'd they lock it up?
Exactly. Wow. I'm surprised I'm not immediately in a fight with all the other robots in the room.
Their mistake.
I got through. So I picked up a perk at some point that, yeah, how do you like that? I'm like a Flash now. I think I can only use it when my TTD is full, but that's still pretty cool. It's good for like 5 seconds. I need to remember to use that more, especially now that I'm Shotgun Boy. I mean Shotgun Girl. I'm gonna do a little looty around the room here, and then we'll start checking out doors. It does sound like quite a storm outside, doesn't it? I wonder why they parked here of all places. Also, it's pretty funny that they're working in a super secret, secure facility and you can just hear noises from outside. Okay. Oh, don't have that one yet.
Hey, that's impressive.
One team is a tragedy, 2 teams is a blunder.
Who on earth would sign a contract that says, oh yeah, if anybody in the whole facility screws up, I agree to be murdered by the local robots? Just doesn't seem like something that a reasonable person would sign. Dr. Lowe's Sky High Mix. I do believe that's a novelty of this area. Okay, so we know there's a person in there. That's cool. What do we got over here? Sprats. Orbital station keycard. Give it to me.
You gotta teach me that.
Thank you. Password disabled. Advisory notice to the lead chemist at the Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Station. No satisfactory results have been submitted in 11 months. Pursuant to clause etc., if measurable and material proof of progress are not approved within 31 days, station personnel may be found to be in dereliction of duty and as a result could be prematurely terminated. Who cares more about your health than Auntie Cleo? Nobody. Postscript, Jazz, my darling genius. As you are likely now well aware, I must humbly regret to inform you that my exhaustive efforts to protect that beautiful oversized brain of yours, and consequently its nefarious agenda, are in fact failing faster than your rumored last project on Gorgon. I repeat, the corporate hounds are onto your dodgy scent and it's made them thirst and bay for blood. If I cannot supply the executive floors with tangible, undoctored results, and soon, I'm heartbroken to report that the Pink Slip Protocol will be initiated by a majority vote, and the project will be scrubbed, wholly and completely. I trust you understand the full weight of what that means. 1 canned project is an embarrassment of epic proportions. 2 is unforgivable. Please, 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 I am begging on bended knee, send me a working prototype. At this stage, even a fatally flawed one will do. Save yourself and your lab coats before this reflects poorly on my permanent record. Well, that was a pretty polite way to tell somebody that they're gonna die. Nora Mora, my once darling, as you are likely now well aware, I don't want you to beg. I don't want you on bended knee. I don't want anything except to feed this infernal, indefensible, insatiable need. I am so close, so very nearly on the cusp of salvation. Then, and only then, will I send you that blasted Anthracillin Plus. A ludicrously simple modification I could formulate in my sleep, were I ever able to sleep. No longer yours, no longer anyone's, but that elusive and fleeting embrace of chemical virtuosity, With respect, Jasper. From the very first test, from that accursed step, every path, every infinitely random dice roll of emerging cosmic routes was leading us to that same destiny. Pink Slip Protocol. Really? You hullheads went there? Never would I have thought you'd stoop so low, or more accurately, be so moronic as to cut off your own noses to spite your faces. True, the project was delayed, but we all know I would have delivered more than adequate results eventually, once I descended to the highest peak of my genius. We were less than months away. Not that I'd expect a pea-brained layman to understand. Nora is wasted on you lot. I am wasted on you lot. And might I just add, though I might have invited you to do your worst, you did try your best, but I am still alive. Nevertheless, I do go on, and I never ever forget. Payback will be swift, oh yes. I scarcely think you'll see it coming. Just as soon as I perfect my formula and can focus on other matters, then you will rue the day you pink-slipped the great Jasper Lowe. Buffoons. Eternally misunderstood and undervalued, and still misappropriated in your precious company resources, the employee, formerly so, known as Dr. Jasper Lowe. Cool. And what's going on back here? Another locked door. I'm going to be disappointed if Lowe is the one that I saw alive in that other room, but I think that's probably how it's going to work out. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I wish I could just, like, hold down a pickup button and just automatically grab everything in arm's reach of me. I would use that button a lot. Okay, we're gonna go talk to the living guy first, and then we'll go over there. That's fine. I think that is our only route into the other area, so that's also fine.
One team is a tragedy.
Oh, it is Jasper. I am disappointed.
Shush. No talking. Concentrating. Damn it. I almost had it. The formula was in my mind, and I almost had it. I was so close to a breakthrough, I could practically taste it. You really did pick the worst time to manifest.
I don't believe in manifesting, and I'd appreciate it if you came to your senses.
Oh, hang on. I see what's happening. You're real. Ergo, not a hallucination. This is interesting. I have several questions for you. Let's start with the obvious. Who are you, and how are you even alive?
How about first we discuss that inappropriate use of ergo? What happened here?
All sorts of things. Science, mainly. A little bit of research. If you're talking about all the dead bodies, that'd be the Pink Slip Protocol. Right. That answers that. Next question. Do you come bearing fresh pharmaceuticals?
I don't think this fellow's entirely in his right mind.
Look, we all know you're here to interrogate me. If I'm going to go through this ordeal, I'm not doing it sober.
Interesting device you've got there.
You mean my inhaler? It's designed to deliver a highly concentrated dose of Sky High right through my respiratory system. The formula's still a work in progress. Clears my mind for a few precious moments. The rowdy tenants of my mind palace stop their chattering, and in that silence, I experience clarity. Inspiration through inhalation. That's Sky High. Or it will be, once I perfect my formula.
I need to get inside the chem lab.
No, you don't. There's nothing interesting in the chem lab. There's nothing interesting in Gorgon at all. Gorgon is a featureless rock dragged along by the gravitational current of a barren asteroid belt. The chem lab is a graveyard. You won't find anything there but the dead.
My business on Gorgon is my own.
I don't know why. Possibly I was just being polite. It doesn't matter. Clearly you're not about to take my advice. If you've set your heart on exploring my old labs, I won't try to dissuade you. Indulge me with a favor, and I'll give you the access you want. The electromechanical turbine is offline. Without any power, I can't possibly continue my work. Be a dear and reactivate it for me. That's all I ask.
Fine.
Take the elevator to the storm platform at the top of this facility. Reactivate the turbine, and I'll give you the access you want.
I'll be back. How much of this stuff can I mess with? Looks like all of it. But none of it is stuff that I want. Let's go ahead and top all our goodies off. Yeah. And, oh. I could have just sneaked in here, too. Oh. Okay, so he wants me to go this way, which means I'm going the other way. It's not clear to me why that other area is set aside, or why it's full of more mechanicals. But, I feel confident that there's stuff that I might like to have over here. I bet there's some impressive views through those windows sometimes. Really cool lightning displays and such. Excuse me.
Down they go!
And how about you? Oh, looks like everybody's awake now.
That's the last of them.
Nice. What is that thing? Just a decoration. Not a very useful to display from down here. Look at that. It's just all parallax. Alright, well, they're making good on the goodies. Disable sentry hostility. Might be a little late for that. Site safety engineer's log. From the manual, in the unfortunate event of a necessitated downsizing, the most senior site safety engineer, or the sole member on assignment, shall initiate, by mandate of Auntie's corporate headquarters, the Pink Slip Protocol manufacturer's directive included within all automechanicals stationed at the facility. From the site safety engineer, sit there and guard the red button, they said. Sounds like an easy paycheck, I said. I'm not going to live in a secret lab in the middle of a gas giant's storm-riddled atmosphere, my wife said. No one told me I'd eventually have to push the button I was guarded, the Pink Slip Protocol button, that final choice between diligent duty or my friends. On second thought, let's be honest, they were never my friends. Once I've disabled the protocol and scrubbed the labs, I'll ask corporate for a reassignment. I hear Emerald Vale is real nice this time of year. I don't really want to read about security complaints. I'm sure that they're amusing. This place is just littered with drugs. And that is a still. And that looks like a bigger still. Storm cannon? What is that? Oh. Just a regular old boring. Come on.
Nice.
I wish there were more science weapons. Do I? I don't use them. Maybe I don't. I think the big problem with science weapons
Easy.
is a problem that I frequently ran into in Skyrim. You know, you do this cool quest reward, and you get an item, and it's neat at the moment, but then you level up a bunch, and the enemies level up a bunch, and the stats on it are no good anymore. Huh. Alright, so that one did something useful. But then your cool quest item isn't worth anything anymore. And if you had done the quest later and got the cool item, then it would have been useful then. But if you just wait until endgame to get all the cool quest rewards,
Great
then
work.
you don't get to use them for anything. So it's this weird corollary to the elixir conundrum. Where do you suppose this goes? It goes down. I've already been here. I don't want to be here. So I guess I've taken care of the lootering, and now I should move on to earning my reward. Which means we gotta do all of this backtrack, and then head to the other end of the facility. It's not really a ship, although I do kind of want to call it a ship. Alright, here we go. That guy is lucky that one ill-trained lunatic with a shotgun is sufficient to repair the whatever it is that he sent me to repair. Otherwise, he would just be out of luck. Although, maybe he doesn't care. Because if I die in the attempt, then at least he doesn't have to deal with me anymore. That's a fair point, crazy man. Ooh. It's a long ride. It's a very long ride.
Whoa.
That's exciting.
That one was close, Captain.
So we got some hostiles up here. Diagnosis. Maintenance required. Maybe don't just turn it on then, right? If we just turn it on, then it, like, explodes. And then we don't get what we want from Crazy Man downstairs. And I don't like not getting what I want. What do we got over here? Deactivate security target. Yeah. I like being able to see stuff I can interact with from further away. But it also kind of confuses me, because if I see it highlighted, I expect to be able to interact with it, and that doesn't seem to generally be the case. Where do I find my friends? Here we go. Hello.
Captain, look out!
Still got the big boy upstairs to deal with. Are my friends actually going to take care of him? No. So was I supposed to try and turn it on? I don't know what that did. I think I was supposed to try and turn it on. I was supposed to try and turn it on and then do the repairs, not play this silly game. Alright, let's do it. Request failed. Maintenance required. Come on. Ran away as soon as I debuffed him. Oh. More? She keeps saying I can't get past that armor, and then they keep dying. Is it all maintenanced now? That was a remarkably easy maintenance. There we go.
Sure don't see that every day, Captain.
I suppose you don't, but what do you think it does? Is it just, it's just drawing the lightning. Okay. Well, we're all out of time for episode 56, so come back and see me again in episode 57 and we'll go talk to Jasper and see if he can say anything coherent. And then we'll get back to Gorgon and deal with that whole Marauder thing. Talk to you soon.